What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today, of course, it is time to jump back into Bee Swarm Simulator, and today, a thing has happened. So yes, when the night is dark and full of terrors, a hero often emerges from the shadows. He's an unassuming hero. He's one that you may walk past on a daily basis. You wouldn't even know, but he tries. He's not the quickest, and he's actually quite small. He's only got little legs. He tries to run everywhere, and it gets really tiring. That's why his face is always bright red. Ladies and gentlemen, Onett has returned with a brand new leak to look at. Yes, it may feel like Groundhog Day, but it's a good thing. Let's talk about it. We have to talk about it, right? And in 3, and in 2, and in 1, claim the hive! Yes! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Bee Swarm episode. How are you all doing? Hopefully you are all doing amazing. What's really weird, right, is yesterday I was just sitting here and I was like, you know what? I really want to make a video because I genuinely still believe in Beesmas. I know that sounds crazy for some people. We're going to talk about our previous episode as well because this is kind of like a bit of a follow-on. But I was going to make a video and I was going to be like, I still believe in it. You know what I mean? It may seem crazily optimistic, but we do have a few little home truths which we're going to talk about, which means I still think we're going to get an update. And we're going to talk about it today, and I'm going to tell you all for why. And I also got something else to show you, which is completely random, but I think you'll like it. So, for another time, I am once again asking you for some hype. Can we do it? I know, you're probably tired. You're probably like, James, will the Beesmas hype ever end? Well, there's only one way to find out, with or without an update. So yeah, let's try and keep things positive, and let's try and get a bit of hype back if we possibly can, even just for the episode. That would be really cool. I don't know what to set for a like goal. Should we try and go like slightly bigger? Can we try and get 2,000 likes? Yeah, if you're still with me, I'm with you. As I said, to the bitter end here, we are covering everything we possibly can to let you guys know. So yeah, stick with me. I will be here with you, Beesmas. 2,000 likes. Thank you so much. Right, it's time to talk about it. It's time to talk about it. So yeah, in our previous episode, which was like 3 or 4 days ago, I basically said that it wasn't looking particularly good for a Beesmas update. Now, I actually sort of watched that video back, and I was a bit like, you know, even in that I was trying to be like positive, but you know, even sort of the most optimistic bee swarmer like myself can sometimes feel a little bit down in the dumps when it comes to, you know, expecting kind of some kind of content. And it's not really me to be super negative about something like that. And I was a little bit like, you know, should we do like a follow-up? Because the secret is, well, not so much secret, but Onett has actually been updating his test sort of super secret world. Not the one that I've got, but like levels above that one. And it has been updating very frequently, pretty much throughout the last like month or so. Even to the fact that it was updating in the background over the Easter weekend, which is when we made that episode and when everyone was expecting something to come out in terms of an update. So I think like the reason why, I don't want to say the word negative, but it was like a little bit of a deflation kind of sort of experience where everyone was sort of maybe expecting just something over the Easter weekend. Of course, with Beesmas being such a festive occasion, it only really sort of makes logical sense in some kind of celebratory event. So of course we have the Christmas period, which is normally when Beesmas comes out, but then don't forget as well, Beesmas is normally split into 2 different parts. So it's Beesmas Part 1, Beesmas Part 2, and then Beesmas Part 2 normally comes out sort of like March, April time. So we have actually had late additions to Beesmas previously. And I was expecting, I suppose, with most people to have maybe something, you know, a little bit of a teaser or something over the Easter period, but that's not what we got. And I think even myself was a little bit like, with that. And yeah, I'm a bit worried that we sort of crushed the Beesmas dream. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I still think, I just got this feeling that we're gonna get something. I just believe it. I believe in Onett. I believe in him. I think we're gonna get it. And yeah, today, boom, brand new leak. So yeah, as I've mentioned in like previous episodes and stuff, and this is actually something that I only relatively recently found out about, but like there's sort of like Discord bot monitors which show when Onett is updating like his test worlds and stuff like that. And as I mentioned, like they have been updating pretty frequently throughout, including over that Easter weekend as well. But like, what I like to see is I like to see sort of physical evidence of something happening, which is why, you know, I love it when something leaks. So at this point, this is nothing crazy massive, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it's massive for the game because a brand new mesh was uploaded to Onett's inventory, which looks a little bit like this. Boom. So this mesh doesn't really give much away. It's called WTest1, but essentially from what it looks like to me, let me zoom in here a little bit, it basically just looks like some kind of beehive, basically. But the reason why this isn't a mesh is a little bit confusing. So on its sort of mesh inventory has some various weird and wonderful things. I think it has the base of the stump snail in it. I'll put a picture up here. I think it has like the tops of the cabbage kind of thing, you know, for the planters. So what logical reason this would have to be a mesh? I have no idea at this moment in time. But once again, this is really important because if something brand new is going into the inventory and into the mesh and into the decals, it means that there is something proactively happening which we can physically see. And I think if we can physically see it, it brings back a lot of positivity. I'm actually a little bit annoyed that I didn't make the video yesterday and then like that the mesh would have been released today. Because it would have been funny timing and I could have been like, I told you so. But you know what? It's good. It's good news, I think. So once again, just to kind of reiterate this, I still do very much believe that we are going to have an update, a Beesmas update actually, and I think it is going to release. But when that will be at this moment in time, no idea whatsoever. I think obviously we can speculate on things loads, but now that we have some physical evidence, it's very, very reassuring that Onett is still working. I mean, he has been, but you know, just to physically see something I think is really important. When that's going to be though I think it's up to him, to be honest. I think he's going to be working on it slowly and surely in the background. I think that the Discord is still locked down. He's not on socials or anything like that. I think the reason why is he doesn't want the distraction, he doesn't want the noise, he doesn't want anything like that. He just wants to kind of sit there, you know, try and sort himself out and just work towards some kind of update. So he never lets us down. It takes him a long time sometimes, a very, very, very long time, but he never does let us down. And yeah, I feel like my last video was a bit too negative, and I didn't like that narrative. So I wanna be the positive bee swarmer that I always think I have been on this channel. So yeah, Beesmas update. I think it's gonna happen. You heard it here first. Oh yeah, I've got to show you this just really quickly because I thought it was really funny. So I'm sort of like, when I'm not at the computer doing Beast War videos, which is sort of a little far and few between right now because we haven't really got like an update to play. But I've been sort of renovating a house to sort of live in, basically. So like a new one. And it's sort of, well, it's not. It's a very old house, actually, so everything is wrong. Everything is out of shape. Everything is all wonky. Everything needs to be completely stripped out. It's been a journey. It's been good fun. Anyway, it's still ongoing. But I was at this shop called B&Q, which is like, in the UK, it's kind of like what Americans, you guys would call like a hardware store. But it's kind of like a DIY place. And I was just like wandering around, and then I saw radiators. Like, they have a radiator section, and then I saw these. Boom! And I thought, oh my goodness. Isn't this like I don't know if I love it or hate it, I'll be honest, but Bee Swarm Simulator radiators, maybe this is what Onett's been doing. He's been designing radiators for B&Q. It's the most random thing. It's just like these perfect hive-shaped radiators. Could you imagine like having this super cool gaming office and then like having a Bee Swarm radiator in the background? I don't think it's an official Bee Swarm product. Maybe Onett should sue them. But I thought I had to show you it because I was like, oh, that's really cool. What do you guys think? Do you love it or hate it? I don't know, actually. It's kind of fun. So yeah, just a very quick one here for this episode. I wanted to try and bring some positivity back, even if it may seem like it's in vain at this moment in time. I still think Onett's cooking something. It's just purely because, one, obviously you have the monitors which are showing he's updating something in the background, so it's not like he's not at his computer doing something. But especially like the addition of this new mesh, I think once again is like a really, really, really positive sign. As to we're getting something. I think Onett really wants to genuinely do Beesmas. I think the only thing that I would speculate is that after this Beesmas is released, I don't think I'd expect another Beesmas ever again. This could be the last Beesmas, to be honest with you. And I think if it is indeed the last Beesmas for the game ever, I think Onett probably wants to make it a good one, which is why maybe things are taking a little bit longer. Obviously, Onett's talked about the way that Beast Swarm's going to work going forward, which is going to be, you know, not very many updates. And you could argue, James, but we don't get very many updates anyway. I know. But I guess it's like not having the pressure to have to update it versus like, you know, just wanting to update it. So I think Onett essentially just wants to take all of the expectation off the Bee Swarm audience and just say, you know, you'll get what you get when you get, and if you don't get it, then it's been fun, kind of thing. Which would be a shame, don't get me wrong, but, you know, we have had 6 years of a fantastic game. I still think there's so much more that the game could do, but it's ultimately up to Onett. It's Onett's baby, it's Onett's creation, and we can scream and shout and suggest everything in the world, but I think it's whatever will be, que sera, sera, kind of situation. Yeah, but anyway, new leaks, maybe more coming soon. Anything that I see, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. And until the next one, thanks, and see ya.